Let's check what he's getting into.
So here I am. Made a nice little shade cloth, shade shelter for the chickens, because in the morning they'll be in this area. This was our old patio. There's a log here and a log there. One there. They're actually full of bugs, so they'll like that. I'm just sprinkling hay out now. I built this today. I wanted to video it, but it was so hot I didn't want to bring the camera out in that heat, because it overheats when it's cool out, especially when the mics are hooked up. If the mics aren't hooked up, it's not as bad. But I'll show you a quick description on how I built this, which I'm sure you can see it, but I'll go through it and explain to you. But this will be their winter shelter as well. The only thing we'll do in the winter is we'll take this shade cloth down and we'll put plastic up, greenhouse plastic. Our neighbor's coming right now for some beets, so we'll get back to this video shortly. Alrighty, we're back. Neighbor come got some beets, got a peck of them. We owe him another peck yet, but so anyways, I want to show you what I did here, how I built this. This shade cloth's pretty old. I don't know how old it is. We covered our greenhouse with it probably 3 or 4 years in a row. Our old greenhouse. It's seen its better days, but it'll work good enough for this summer to finish. Give them somewhere in the shade, so they got a fair bit of shade in there this time of day. In the mornings they'll have more. Here in a little bit they'll have a little bit more again. But so all I did was I got some fiberglass poles. These are just square tube made out of fiberglass. I just drove those in the ground about a foot deep, maybe a little more than that, and put 4 of them in. I got 3 cattle panels, so my splits and my cattle panels are at each one of those. Then I zip tied the cattle panels together good. Zip tied them together every couple blocks, and then zip tied everything down. Drilled holes through the tube to tie everything good together. I did pretty much the same way I built that one last winter, and it worked pretty good. It's the same size, 3 cattle panels, and this time I have an extension cord in here already for their water this winter, because their water is electric, so it don't freeze. It gets pretty cold here sometimes. I think last winter it got down like 10 below for a couple of days around Christmas, which is pretty cold. It don't normally get that cold, but it'll hover around 0, about as cold as it normally gets. But so that's already in here. Like I said earlier, all we'll do is take this off and I'll put plastic up. I'll just put this 2 bales of hay in here. That'll give them something to scratch at tomorrow when I bring them up. And now I'm just going to water it down with some good old-fashioned American rainwater. Just give it a little bit of water. So then that mess up behind the camera lady, they can start eating a bunch of weeds and whatnot. This here was our old patio. Of course, you knew that. And there's sand here. They'll make dust baths out of that sand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they will love that for sure.
And that used to be my flower bed.
Used to be, but we hadn't taken care of it for years. Actually, the last 2 years, we hadn't taken care of the flower beds. These ones, the ones down the front, we do. Well, this year she did. I didn't do it this year. Last year we both did it. Yeah. And we're so busy doing other stuff. Most times. I'm just going to give this a little bit of water. Try to keep the dust down, help it start to break down a little bit. They'll come in here and start scratching them, and then from now on, we'll start dumping their feed scraps inside of here. And their water that we have in their coop now, there's a couple of them chickens that don't get out of their coop and do nothing but get out and eat, and then they go back in. So now they'll have to hang out. At least they'll hang out in here instead of in that coop.
Now, what was the reasoning for bringing them up here from down below?
Well, I want to bring them up here for the winter, so it's easier for us. Because across the road is through down there. When there's snow on the ground, I don't really want to necessarily move any more snow than I have to. So we'll shovel or blow whatever we have to in this area to keep them a place around, like we did last year over on the other side of the driveway. But then this, if I like them here next year, I won't take them out next summer. They'll stay here. Maybe I might put a permanent fence up and take that netting down. We'll see how they do for us from now till when the snow flies and how we like it come spring. Right now, where they are here right now, we don't have to worry about moving them at all. Last year we had to move more from where they was so we could plant stuff in our garden. Here we're not planning on planting nothing, so I don't have to move them as early.
Out of the way.
It's out of the way of everything. But now they can make compost for us. It's too hard to make compost when they're in the field. It's too hard for them to make compost. It's too hard for us to have them make compost. They would make it no matter what if you given the right circumstances. And it's almost time for all the garden stuff to come out, and the corn stalks and beans and everything else. Now we'll just throw all that in here and keep everything watered down fairly well. We got 600 gallon rainwater not just for this, but pretty much just for this. I need to drain them tanks before this freezes anyway, so.
And down there we have to haul the water.
We got to haul water down there.
5-gallon buckets. So
yep.
It'll be way easier up here.
Yeah.
And I think they'll like it.
Oh yeah, they will. I know the older hens last year, they loved this system. A lot of the newer hens are lazy. And this is going to make them work a little bit for their food. If they don't want to work anymore, they'll get hungry. There's 2 that's bad, and there's several that's pretty bad, but 2 of them is real bad. I don't know what kind they are, but they're about the laziest chickens I've ever seen.
We call them Fatso 1 and Fatso 2.
Pretty much, they are pretty fat, but they don't go out and scratch hardly. We throw scratch out or mealworms or whatever even watermelon rinds or anything like that. They usually don't mess with it much. They just eat their grain and go to bed. So that's going to change for them here shortly. They'll either lose weight or figure it out.
And they'll have all that in there to do. They'll have, the fence goes.
Yeah, the fence goes clear around there.
There so they got lots of room to run around.
Yeah. And their house will go right behind where she's standing. Actually, the front of it will go about where she's at the door. So tonight when they go to bed, we got to get down there and turn their door off so it won't open in the morning. And then we're going to bring all their feeders and waters and all that stuff up here yet this evening after they go to bed. And then first thing in the morning, I'll go down and I'll grab their tractor and bring them up. Which that's going to be a chore, but it'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
Just take our time.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, but so we'll come back to you guys tomorrow morning when we bring the chickens up. Y'all doing okay? Huh? Didn't take you long when you saw that cracked corn coming out there, did it? Only one of them's up there smart. One of the old ones up there eating their cantaloupes and watermelon rinds. One of them got out, and I put her in here, but I don't know where she got to. She's hiding someplace.
Come on out, chickies. There you go. Find your way to the scratch.
You all doing okay after the big move? It was a pain in my butt. I don't know how it was for you all. Two of them got out actually. One of them was out when we were still down there. One
So
of
we
them got out.
caged her in.
One of them got about halfway up here. One got out from underneath the thing. I picked her up and brought her up here and set her down, but I don't know where she got to. She's hiding somewhere in them weeds, I'm sure.
I looked and looked and couldn't find her.
Yeah, she'll turn up.
I thought maybe when you started throwing scratch.
Well, this used to be our hangout area in the patio. Now it's your all's, I guess. At least for now. I gave him up, man. I'll sneak down here by where the grass is green. Excuse me, are you lazy fatties? Excuse me, lazy fats.
They got a ride this morning, that's for sure.
We'll see how they do here today. I'm sure they'll be fine. Got some pretty flowers to chew on. What are you doing, redneck? You following me around?
Come on.
Huh? You following me around? There's one spot in the fence here I need to fix. Actually, there's a couple spots I need to fix, but that one's bad. Need to fix it before I go too far. I don't know where your little one is. Where's spider chicken at? Spider chicken.
Maybe throw it up through there and see.
I threw some up through there. There ain't much left in the thing.
Thought maybe I'd see a bush move.
There's a high spot in the fence over there. She could have got under. Some of these bigger ones can't, but she could have. She's pretty small. But I just stuck the fence up pretty quick last evening. I never pinned it down. All my other fence posts was holding that fence up. Or down, rather, down there. Well, she didn't just appear somewhere, did she?
I don't think.
Yeah. Is that her there? That's her right there, ain't it?
There's two of them, ain't it?
Oh, there might be. If it is, then yeah, if there is two of them, then that's not her. Yeah, she'll turn up somewhere, hopefully. Couldn't have went far. She's inside a fence. But this type of chicken tractor for egg layers and moving them, I don't like it at all. It's too heavy and awkward. The chick shell is way better than this one is. This worked great for meat birds, but for these egg layers, it's too heavy. Way too heavy and awkward.
Especially when you make big moves.
When you make a move, we moved them. Oh no, we moved them pretty good ways, but up two hills, across down the road, and up this big hill. It was
miles and miles.
Well, it ain't miles and miles, but it seemed like miles and miles.
Yeah. But we got them here.
They're here now. So we'll use this tractor next year for meat birds, but these guys, if we move any of them, they're going back in that chick shell. They're not going to be in this. We're going to build a chicken coop here sometime before the snow flies. Not necessarily permanent, but just in case we want to move them again. But we'll see. We'll see how this does. The shade cloth when it's not as hot as it is in the middle of summer. See if this keeps them place to be through the day so they're outside, not underneath this tarp here all the time.
Yeah. They seem to be enjoying it.
So far, they're eating their cantaloupe.
You guys love cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe and their leftover corn.
You guys coming out today?
Nope, they're gonna come out tomorrow.
I need to go and check their water.
There's a good many of them in there. Yeah, alrighty. We're gonna finish chores. We'll let y'all know in a week or so what we think of this place, how they like this place. We'll keep you updated for sure. But it's definitely a workout. As you can see, I sweated my shirt clear wet. 6 o'clock in the morning, I need a shower already.
And it wasn't even the sun out yet.
No, thank goodness. Pretty humid out this morning though. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's muggy.
There she is.
Yep, right there she is. I told you she was hiding up in there.
She was up in the rose bush.
Yep.
She's slowly coming out. Where are I?
How you doing, Freckles? I'll move out of your way, buddy.
And there goes the rooster. So we got all the birds back in one spot.
That's probably what he was saying too.
Oh.
I would guess. Anyhow, we got stuff we gotta get done, so we're gonna wrap this up right here. So keep up to date, subscribe and like the video if you did, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up, see what we got going on around here. So till we meet again, take care and God bless.